Hey everyone and welcome back. So doing a quick video because obviously more stuff was announced compared to the last video that I did. First up is we're getting a 4K release of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's coming December 7th, and that should be a film that hopefully should actually look pretty good in 4K, especially with all of the color in the film because of obviously all the cartoon elements and everything, but just even in general the overall look of the film. And I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's actually a really entertaining and funny film. Also photographed by Dean Cundey, the great cinematographer who did a lot of John Carpenter's early films, one of my idols when it comes to cinematography. And there are going to be two versions of it. It's going to be just a regular standard release, as well as a steelbook, which will be a Best Buy exclusive. And that is set for December 7th. And coming October 12th in 4K is Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. Now, this has been rumored for a while, actually from Arrow, so I don't know if that was something that fell through, or maybe Arrow will still do maybe a UK only release. So I'm not sure what happened there, but as of right now, at least there is going to be a release of it in 4K, and I'm happy about this. Not only do I love the film, but also I'm a huge Tarantino fan. I'm hoping a lot more of his films get 4K releases. And actually Hateful Eight in 4K would really look great. I know some of his films are kind of tied up in rights issues because obviously most of them were done with Miramax, and of course, you know, I don't at this point I don't know who owns what when it comes to Miramax. I know Paramount has some, Lionsgate did, or maybe still has some. They're kind of spread out a little bit, but at least Inglourious Basterds is getting a release coming October 12th. Kino has announced two new releases. One is coming a little bit later this year. My guess is going to be probably more maybe in the December timeframe, and that is indeed New Year's Evil. And that's another one too, just like Without Warning, for example, that I announced in the last video, that Kino now has, and they are giving a brand new transfer to. No more details beyond that, just that it's due later this year, but it will have that new transfer. Again, I would assume it would be out before New Year's Day. Make the most sense anyway. And the other one from Kino, coming November 23rd, is a long overdue release of Night Gallery, the original Rod Serling TV show. Now, this is going to be season 1. They did announce that season 2 and 3 are in the works. But one of the most exciting things is the fact that all the episodes are being remastered. They're getting new transfers. There's going to be a slew of extras, including new commentaries, I believe, on every episode. And there'll be an episode guide and a couple other things as well. And this is actually really exciting because this is like Night Gallery. I know sometimes people have a little bit mixed reactions to it, but overall I really think Night Gallery is very much an underrated TV show. And that was the one that also kind of has a special meaning to me because when I was a kid, I remember there used to be reruns of it on Sunday night, and so Sunday nights were always kind of a love-hate thing because on the one end I was really excited to watch these Night Gallery reruns that would come on I think around like 10 o'clock or something, but I also knew that it meant it was time to go to bed. It was, you know, I had to get up and, you know, start another week of school. So I was like, but definitely good news because that is one that is has needed, I think, a new remaster for a very long time, and obviously a Blu-ray release. Studio Canal in the UK has announced that they are releasing the Howling in 4K, and has been rumored for a while, but it now has officially been released. Now again, this is a UK release, but it's 4K, which means it's region free, but for those of you outside the UK, it doesn't mean you do have to import it. But I'm sure just like the other Studio Canal releases, you know, they're doing like kind of these like limited edition versions, and then they do release sort of a standard release version down the line. So if you want to hold out for that as well. I don't know who has the rights to it in the US. Now we could get it here as a possibility. I think Scream Factory may not have the rights anymore, in which case then I don't know who has it. But getting to the technical aspects, it is going to have a brand new 4K restoration of the film, and it is actually going to have a new retrospective featurette on the career of director Joe Dante, which should be good. So again, that is slated for October 25th. So there's a limited edition version, and then there's also a limited steelbook version as well. Now, as far as I know, the included Blu-ray is going to be region B locked, so just something to keep in mind depending on where you live, or if you're not region free. But again, the 4K discs themselves are region free. Some news from Severin. So unfortunately, their release of Drop Dead Fred is not going to be coming, at least from them. I don't know if there's some weird contract issue or whatever the case is, but unfortunately that will not be coming, but it is possible maybe it's coming from someone else. But unfortunately their release is no longer in the works. But they did announce a new box set that is coming later this year. Maybe this is their big Black Friday title, I'm not sure, but it would make sense if it were. And that is the All the Haunts Be Ours box set. It's a limited edition. It's going to be, it's a Blu-ray box set. It's going to have 15 discs discs, and a book. So it's 12 Blu-rays, 3 CDs, soundtracks obviously, 20 feature films, plus hours and hours of shorts, commentaries, featurettes, and more. And it will have the documentary Woodland Dark and Days Bewitched. Now, the details in this box set they did announce are going to be coming a little bit later this week, so once they're announced, I'll get into specifics. But I know the potential of the movies that could be in this set are very exciting. So it's a little bit of a to be continued, but I did want to at least make the announcement that is coming. And again, we'll have the details in just a couple days. I also want to say that Blu-ray.com is actually reviewing the more recent Paramount re-release of the Friday the 13th 1 through 8 collection, and it is indeed kind of what I suspected. It's basically pretty much a re-release of the previous Paramount release with those extras. It will have the new transfers for 1 through 4 that were in the Scream Factory set. But in their reviews, the aspect ratio for 1, 2, and 4 are 1.78 to 1, not 1.85 to 1. Kind of minimal, but just something I want to point out. And also part 3 will not have the 3D version, which I think is a major oversight. So it is in fact only the 2D version. And then 5 through 8 are just the exact same discs that have been out forever. So, I mean, if you don't have it, it's a nice way to go just because it is a little bit cheaper than the Scream Factory set. It does come with digital copies, but if you already have the Scream Factory set, I mean, that is the ultimate set to have if you're a Friday the 13th fan. There's really no reason, unless you're a completist, I can understand that, but technically there's no reason to get this new set. Or if you haven't gotten the Scream Factory set, probably recommend maybe getting it pretty soon. I don't know how much longer the license is for these, considering Paramount is already putting out their own set. So just in case, I will leave a link below to the Scream Factory set in case you want to grab it. So I was editing this video and just had to actually jump back in real quick because during this time, Blue Underground actually officially announced that they are coming out with a 4K release of the Toolbox Murders set for next year. Now, this has been rumored for a while. Some of it was kind of dependent on what kind of elements that they could find, but obviously they found at least good enough elements to do a 4K release. There are no more details for it. It's just set for sometime next year, but it is definitely coming, so that is definitely good news. And I wanted to just include that real quick in this video. And finally, I just want to say how sad I am to hear of the passing of Marilyn Eastman. She's best known for being in Night of the Living Dead. She did a couple conventions over the last, I think, like year or two. So I hope she got to see just how many fans she really had. And I think how much a lot of us really appreciated her. So very sad news, but luckily she will always be remembered. You know, I mean, if you're in Night of the Living Dead, let's face it, you're going to be remembered forever. So that's it for this video. Just want to give you guys the heads up on all of this. Definitely let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.